Well, the Women and Youth Wing of Ohanaeze Ndigbo has endorsed the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, and his running mate, Ifeanyi Okowa. Jemima Boloko reports.
The gathering of the Women and Youth Wing of the Igbo Socio-Cultural Group, Ohanaeze Ndigbo. Members of this group from all the states of the Federation are here to throw their support for the PDP presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and his running mate, Ifeanyi Okowa, for the presidential elections.
3 hours from now, we shall make a decision that shall factor our position in Nigeria for the next 4 to 8 years. And we must not be sentimental about it.
Okowa says $10 billion will be put in place to create jobs for the women and youth for the development of the country.
So we must find ways to begin to create jobs for our people. And those who cannot create jobs for directly, we must find ways of supporting them to be able to own their own businesses. Several thousands of youths in Delta State now own their businesses, and when I listen to their stories, some have built their houses, they have cars, they have been able to marry. They cannot say we have a family of our own. I'm happy about it. And that was why our presidential candidate said in the first instance, we will provide a sum of $10 billion, not naira.
According to him, education and security are imperative to the people of the country.
Really very important, we must emphasize education. And my brothers and sisters, there is nothing as good as educating the young child and growing that child to be able to think for himself or herself and to be able to look into the future. People know that Delta State was the worst when it comes to agitation in the past. I hope you know, when they were doing militancy and agitation, Delta State was the worst. But I sat down with a lot of them and we sat down to talk with each other. Today, it is no longer so.
The women and the youth promised to support the PDP on Saturday when Nigerians vote to elect a new president. With less than 48 hours to the presidential election, the PDP hopes the people will vote the party into power to give its mandate to restructure Nigeria.
We are confident that your emergence with His Excellency Atiku Abubakar as Vice President and President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the February 25th presidential election would mark a new dawn in the history of Nigerian women and the desired new Nigeria.
I'll work with the rest of our leaders and all our people to unite ourselves to make common requests, and we'll do those things that ought to be done for our people without fear, without sentiments.
Jemima Boloko, Arise News, Asaba, Delta.
All right, we have joining us now from Asaba, Charles Aniagwu. He is the spokesman of the PDP Presidential Campaign Council. Thank you very much for joining us, Charles. First off, I mean, it's like a gale of endorsements for the PDP presidential candidate. How much of a confidence booster is that? And what's the response to the Atiku messaging in the course of the campaigns?
Well, thank you very much, Ngozi. I can tell you that as a Presidential Campaign Council, we do not take it for granted. This endorsement coming from no less a very important group than the Ohanaeze youths, and then, of course, the Women Wing of Ohanaeze. The reason is that they have also come to realize that both Atiku and Okowa have got what it takes to be able to improve the length and breadth of this country, particularly the area of business. And of course, you know the importance of business to our kids and kin in the southeastern part of this country. For us, we have a candidate who have, before even the campaign itself, been able to carry out a diagnosis just like a physician, a trained physician for that matter, a diagnosis of the many challenges confronting our country. And at the end of the day, he came up with a report of the many things that we need to do to be able to recover our country, i.e. the issue of bringing back unity to our country so that the man in the southeast and the man in the northwest, as well as the man in the southwest and then the man in the northeast, not forgetting central and then of course the south, are able to relate as one people, which is why our payoff is as one we can get it done. Then, of course, the issue of bringing back jobs to our economy, to our country, so that everybody is gainfully employed and able to contribute meaningfully for us to be able to indeed stir off a reproductive capacity of our country. Then the other aspect that's very, very important is the need to deal with security, so that we become much more secure and are able to sleep very properly and dream good dreams. You do also know that Atiku is very, very high in his agenda on the issue of education, and that is one area that Okowa have also demonstrated a whole lot of strength. So these two tickets will do so much in trying to recover our country. But you do know, of course, the issue of restructuring. And Atiku says within the first 100 days, you would have been able to trigger a legislation that will enable them to begin to devolve power to the component units, i.e. the states as well as the local government, so that you are able to stir up the money productive engines of our country, and not just to have a center that becomes too heavy and is not able to address the many challenges confronting our country today. So this endorsement and many more speaks volume to us, because they are quite important, more so when we believe that the sovereignty belongs to the people. In line with the name of our party, People's Democratic Party, we have gone to them, we are closing up our arguments, we have been able to ensure that we come to Nigerian people where the ultimate power resides, and that we never depended on the issue of funds, just like the APC did. We believe that the people have the power. We believe that working with Nigerians will be able to make a difference. And we are pleading with Nigerians that the journey to be able to recover our country is a journey that requires every part of this country. And we do believe that all segments of our society, whether from the north or from the south, will join us in trying to recover our country for where we are at the moment.
All right, we have to leave it there. Charles Aniagwu, spokesman of the Atiku Presidential Campaign Council, thank you very much.